Hi there, guys. Wasn't really planning on doing a video, but I think Spirit really wants me to get this message out really quick. I'm not going to be on here long at all because, like I said, I was not planning on coming on here. I got my hair all twisted up and everything. So, real quick, um, I'm not sure on this particular channel if I had talked to you guys about why we're here, why we come here to this planet, why we choose this existence. Um, Without being able to like really go into it, because Spirit wants me to tell you guys something else, but it connects, so I got to tell you that part too. But in a nutshell, the reason is experience. That's really it. You know, a lot of times we hear people talking about we're here, this is a school and we come here to learn things and such and such, such and such. Um, that's not how I got it. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but that's not what Spirit gave me. Spirit gave me the fact that we come here to live out experiences. And these are choices to live these experiences before we even incarnate here. We are actually more in control and in more charge of what we experience and the choices and when we leave out of here and how we do things than we realize. Now, of course, there are situations also where, you know, those experiences that we choose to live out have, we got to go through it. You know what I'm saying? We have to go through the experience. And sometimes it involves, a lot of times it involves people, it involves their life and their interconnection with us and everything. So sometimes it may seem difficult, but a lot of times if we just remember that we chose this, a lot of times and the fact that we create our own destiny, we can really make it go any way that we want to. Now that looks different in a lot of different ways. Um, I'm going to pause this a second. Okay, guys. Hopefully I won't get interrupted again. So, um, okay, but the part that I really wanted to talk about is um it's kind of strange, but I'm just going to tell you like Spirit is telling me. So, it's about money, wealth, riches, whatever you want to call it. Do you know there are some people who have riches, wealth, what have you, and these people, for lack of a better word, are just straight plain assholes. Like they were basically some of them were born into situations where they were just born into being rich. They didn't do anything, they were just born. They pretty much had a silver spoon all their lives. They order people around, they do what they want, no rules, no whatever. Basically, they're very, very ashholish. And I'm not saying that about every person who was born into money, but I'm talking about those specific people. Then you have other rich or wealthy people who are more charitable, they're easy to talk to. They're almost like any other person. A lot of times, you can't even really look at them and know that they're rich. They're just very casual, very peaceful. They just live their lives. Like they don't get off on, telling people to shut up and, getting things done for them or whatever. They're just really modest and humble, but they're still they still are very rich. They could do that, but they choose not to. So the reason for that, now remembering that we come here for experiences, period. Another real quick thing about us coming here for experiences, because I really need to do a whole video on that, but I don't have the time today. But the real big thing is that um, there's no right and wrong, good and bad in the experiences. They're not in and of themselves a good or bad experience. It's all about our perception. It's all about how we look at it. It's all about the choices we make when this certain experience arrives in our life. What are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You can choose to do this. You can choose. I mean, we really have, like I said, a lot more free will than what we realize. And I think when we start to realize and know that and live and walk and operate in that, we'll begin to be more free. We'll begin to feel like we have a lot more control over our lives, which brings me to back to this rich thing. When we feel as if we have control over our lives, we've had the experiences, we've had those things that have changed our lives to where we can move more freely in it, because those people who are those rich buttholes or whatever, although they have that money, they don't have freedom yet. They don't have the freedom because they don't understand that they don't have to be an asshole to live and move into whatever. That asshole type persona gives them power. It gives them power and meaning and fulfillment to order people around, and you do this and I'm better than you, and I have this, you don't. The power of all that. That makes them feel more important because they haven't evolved to not need that. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not even saying that being rich or whatever is like I said, it's not a good or bad thing. It's all about experience. And so it's not a good or bad thing. It's just how that particular person is even leaning on the riches and the wealth or whatever for identity, for personality, to make them even feel better. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they act like that. They haven't evolved enough in that experience. Now, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna have to come here and experience a few more experiences or cycles or whatever. I don't know. But as I said, then we go to the experience of the other people who are just as rich and don't act like that. They love humanity. They understand a brighter horizon of things, that they don't have to live in pettiness where they have to do things to make themselves feel better at the expense of other people. And I hope that's coming. Um, hope you're understanding what I'm saying. So, at the end of the day, it's all about evolving. It's all about coming here, learning the experiences. I mean, one of the ways it was also given to me, this whole thing about experiences, is that we're the ones that actually put that label of good and bad and right and wrong. And it has to do with our understanding of being here and what we've learned here. Just coming here to this life, the words, you understand the programming, all of that. And so, um, taking from those experiences or experiencing whatever we experience in this life, a lot of times, it was hard even for me at one time to be like, well, gee, like some of the things I've experienced in my life, like, why would I do that? Why would I choose to come here and go through that? You know what I'm saying? Because some people live in what we feel like are some pretty horrific things, like to the mind, to this body, to this experience. It looks bad, but remember, like I keep saying, there is really no good and bad. It's just all about perception. So you have these people who come here, like they choose to come here and they live these what we perceive as, good and or bad experiences, and they go through that. they live through it, whatever, 10, 15 years later, they're not even the same person. Like they literally have taken that bad experience and used it to like, man, but if I had not gone through that, or if I had not experienced that. You see what I'm saying? It's almost one of those what don't kill you, you'll learn from type thing. But even souls who choose to come here and leave early. Now, this is kind of deep, but even souls who come here to experience things, even for a short while, it's an experience for that soul. And that soul may be out of here in, I don't know, at age 3, at age 6 months, at age 16. Like it just, what we consider early. And, but we have to know and we have to be settled and understand the fact that whatever that soul chose to come here and learn and do and go through and experience, that was that soul's choice. For whatever reason it needs to go through that to evolve higher, it's okay. And it did it. And it'll recycle and it'll come back through some other parallel universe or whatever timeline or whatever. And it'll just keep on experiencing. It'll just keep on experiencing, keep on growing. So it's not like we're just done, dead, destroyed. All of that is about perception. That we come here literally for experiences. We literally come here for experience. And like I say, I'm gonna cut the video off. But if this message resonates with you, I can go into it deeper. I can, hopefully answer whatever questions you may have about it. But this is what Spirit gave me. This is the understanding that I have about it. I hope that it helps you. I hope that you'll be able to, dive a little bit deeper into the understanding, and it'll give you some peace and comfort. Um, it's all about perception and it's all about experience. And, at the end of the day, we're just souls living, and we're all gonna be okay eventually. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, even here on this earth, it's about learning from those experiences, or going through whatever we go through in those experiences. Because, I mean, look at it. You're having an experience every day. You're having an experience almost several times a day. You're having experiences, and it really truly is about what you choose to do and how you choose to look at those experiences, and where you go from it, and how you evolve from it. Okay, so I'm gonna get off here. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit all notifications. Please leave me a comment. um you guys, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and until the next video, I'll see you next time.